Okay. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest with me. She's a friend. I'll just give her a chance to introduce herself and we'll jump right into the discussion.
Okay, my name is Asmaila Rahinatu. I'm a level 300 student of Thomali College of Education. I'm offering mathematics and science. I'm a poet. I do spoken word and I like to read and write. That's me, yeah, generally.
That's RaHina. Second name for writing is RaHina. So our topic for discussion today is a public university bill. It's still dormant. We don't know the government's next step, so we are just trying to put our views out there to citizens who don't even understand what is meant by this public university bill, its effects on us as Ghanaians, as parents, as students, and as like people. So Miss RaHina, can you tell us what you understand by the public university bill?
So this public university bill is a bill that is in parliament. The government is trying to pass it into law. The government is saying that there are some irregularities that it wants to check in our public universities. So that is the reason why it is bringing in this public university bill to check some irregularities in our university and public universities.
Okay. Assuming this bill is passed into a law, what do you think are some of the positive effects of this bill?
I think I can see just a few. I think some of the positive things that this bill can do to us is, the government might be able to check, some of the things we pay in the school, maybe our fees, our handouts, yes, those kind of things, hostel dues, that kind of thing. The government might be able to help in that regard. That's the thing that I see is good about the bill. Yes.
In Ghana, public universities, they pay huge sums of fees and hostel dues and all that, but it's not enough reason for the government to come in.
Yes, that's one. The university, the 1992 constitution explicitly gives universities autonomy. Like, they have their academic freedom is there. They are free to do whatever they like. They see fit, and it is good for students in Ghana. So the constitution gives them that autonomy. So if what the government is trying to do right now, because in the public university bill, one of the things the government would be able to do is it would be able to appoint vice councillors for the university council, and initially a university council has 21 members. And government is now beating it down to 13. And out of this 13, government is having 8, leaving the university with 3. So it means that the university only has 3 representatives in that council. And we don't even know what position these 3 people might be occupying. So it means that in short, vice chancellors and all that have to be appointed by the government. And if the government does that, it means that it is trying to be everywhere. It's trying to be everywhere, and that would not be good.
We've already seen enough distraction in this educational system.
A lot of distraction in this.
University should be left to be flexible as it already is.
Yes, and the reason why this is very dear to me is, you see, even though we are College of Education students, but we are affiliated to these universities, and someday somehow your child might get to the university. You watching might also get into the university, and this bill, anything that we allow to pass, is going to affect all of us in one way or the other. That is why we have to be we have to be up and doing, and we have to also
understand affairs of the country.
Yes, in the affairs of the country, so that we don't allow things to just happen, and then at the long run, it's not sustainable. You see that? Because if we pass, if we don't really care, and we allow the government to pass the bill anyhow, any time they want, it would affect us in one way or the other, because we are also affiliated to the university.
So with this affection, can you please just elaborate on some of the negative effects of this particular bill?
Yes, some of the negative effect. One big negative effect is universities lose their autonomy. One. The second thing is that these universities are affiliated to
Universities
outside.
outside
They have organizations they are partnering with, and these organizations normally provide scholarship for students on campus,
and even
So,
construction.
yes, and even some of the construction work. And we know how government is. We know how government is. Construction of something, it might go through this and a whole lot of procedures and problems. But with these organizations that these universities are affiliated to, they are able to execute projects and like
within the shortest
possible time. They get the support and then they are able to do it. But if the government takes control, we all know how government is. Things are going to
all attest to some of the things government.
Yes, things are going to. It's going to become something else. So that's the second thing. You see that, and yes, I think that's just it. That's the biggest
flexibility
thing.
of
the flexibility, and you see that now it will come to a time where you see that people in the universities will now be partisan in a way, because it is the government who elects a chancellor. It's the government who elects the university council.
And
all that.
When this law is passed, I don't think like we students who don't know anybody, nobody knows us, will not be able to get into the university.
It means that if this happens, it means admission is going to be affected in a way. It means that these protocol things will come in,
Even though we know it's going on, but like
these things happen. But we know it happens in our universities. If government just does this, if this bill passes into law, a lot of people, even without government meddling, a lot of people, we are still having these problems of some people being this party, some people being that party, not being able to. This chancellor is in this party. That kind of issue, like money issues, pays this amount before you get into the university. And if the government takes control, it's definitely going to be like that. It's going to become partisan in a way.
Yeah.
So
what I really worry about is the government says it's going to check the finance of the universities. Like that they misuse the funds, they don't use it for whatever that is meant for. I just think the government is trying to like gather the funds of the public university, because he knows they get a lot of funds from people outside Ghana and from students. So he's just trying to take some of the funds they have and put it into his own pocket, or put it into projects that is not meant for. Public universities should be given its
public universities should have their own
autonomy to do the things that they want.
Because we all know that, you see, the government cannot do everything for us. So that is why at a point in time universities need their autonomy, so that they can partner with other institutions, so that they can help the government build the country. But if the government is trying to be everywhere, trying to meddle in everything regarding already how the lower primary, the SHS and the junior high education
is affecting us a lot.
It's already affecting us. So if it graduates from that level to the university level, we are going to really have a lot of problems.
We are going to be doomed in this country.
Serious. We are going to have a lot of problems.
With that one, assuming a particular department is going to undertake a project or they have a program, they have to write to the government.
Yes. Everything now needs approval from this council, and this council is going to largely be government appointment.
And even with graduation, you have to ask for government approval, because before you can do your graduation, before you can ask for finance, and
we know how long it takes when you are requesting for something from government. So I think that the government should just stay where it is, so that together we can. I believe that development or movement forward is not like a one-person job. It's a collaborative thing. So if the government is doing its part, and if we do that, our democracy is going to suffer, because Ghana is one of 14 African countries who have this public university autonomy. And Ghana is like an eye, the eye of Africa. So if our democracy is it's not really in a stable state. It's really going to be a
problem for all African countries.
Yes, so
and we have students coming from Ghana, students outside
coming
Ghana,
from outside the country,
and also attending our public university.
So if we do that, because other African countries look up to us, if we do that, we are only endangering our democracy and all that. Like somebody said, if we do that, we are going back to 1960.
Like seriously. Yes. Government should look into this matter very well.
Yes.
It's not about being everywhere. It's about doing your job as a president. It's about knowing what you are supposed to do and doing it on the right way, and letting other people have a chance to also play their role in development.
Yes.
So
that's what I think. I think like we as young people just need to start concerning ourselves with things like this, because whatever policy is passed now, we are growing to meet it. Like they will say, I grow and meet it. So like we are going to meet the it will catch us in one way or the other. Our generations years to come will experience it, and we are just like Amanda Gorman said in her inaugural poem, that let us leave back a world better than the one we were left with. You see that? So we should just try. We are not in any way trying to make the government's work difficult, but we are also trying to make sure that whatever government does is on track and is sustainable. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah.
And we as youth, we are the future. We have to be very proactive in matters of this concerning our country. You just don't have to relax and say that, oh, me, I don't care, whatever they do, it's not my problem. It will one day catch up with you. Your children will grow up to go into the universities, and all these things will affect you in one way or the other. Even if you don't give birth, you have siblings, you have family members who get into the universities.
Even if you don't have any relative grad, this country is ours. It is ours, so we have to fight for it. We have to fight for it. We have to make sure that we put in place like laws, measures, and things that would be sustainable. You see, that things that would even we need to think about the future. That's it. And we need to also think about our democracy. Our democracy is very important, because that is the most precious thing that we as Ghanaians can boast of. So
government can be everywhere. With this one, governments can even try to be autocratic with this kind of law.
Yes, because no, this in a way is in a way I'm seeing it as government being autocratic in that manner, because it wants to be everywhere and direct everything, give everything a law. Like that one is
everything shouldn't pass through the government. You already have a lot of load on your head. Let people also come in and do their way,
because this development is a collaborative thing. If we don't come together, the government alone cannot do anything. Like, are we standing here? We are not in any way trying to say that we are better, we know more. We are not trying to say that. We are just being concerned, like
concerned citizens,
concerned girls. You know, we are very concerned. We are just being concerned, and we think we just want you out there to also be a little bit, concerned about the things that are happening in our country, so that together we can make this country a better one. Yes,
for us all and for generations to come.
Yes.
So Miss RaHina, I just wanted to share a very horrible experience of you, like when you were getting into the tertiary institution, what you encountered. And
I didn't, I applied, and I had a message that I was picked and all that, so I came into the College of Education, and the College of Education, I was thinking that like tertiary institutions to be, this kind of domain. You see, like we have activities. Yes, I know we are here for our degree, our diploma, but aside our degree and diploma, we should be able to build ourselves in one way or the other. Like
personal development.
Yes, personal development is very important, and to me, that's what I think colleges of education we lack, and that is why teachers, we are always the way we are, and people even in the country don't even regard us, because of how the training we go through. It's, yes, our training is very good, but aside that, we don't have anything else to lay back on again. Just like in the universities, they have programs, they have organizations. It's not like you are, if you are in one program or another, you get distracted from your teaching. No, I know teachers who are doing very well in other aspects. So me, that's one disappointment or one thing that horrifies me about colleges of education. So yeah, we need to do something about it.
But college of education is not a bad thing. You
No,
can
yeah,
come.
it's not no, college of education, it's not a bad thing. I mean, you learn how to teach people in the school. So you realize that your masters were really doing a good job. Yes. It's not easy to teach somebody. Yes.
What we are just trying to say is that those of you who are out there who do not know what this public university bill is all about, we are just trying to create awareness, let you be active on this issue and be monitoring it as the time goes.
Yes, as the time goes, and also try to have a say. Try to, sometimes it's not about getting out and protesting on your Facebook wall. Just write something. Just be genuine, clear about whatever you are doing. Just in a way you are contributing. You are contributing to the conversation. Yes.
So you can check her out. She's my favorite poet. You can check her out on Facebook. RaHina
Writes. That's my page.
See you on my next video, and thank you very much for watching to the end.
Thank you very much.
Remember to subscribe, comment, and share.
We want the subscribe, the subscription, the likes, the comments, please.
And share among your friends.
Share among your friends. And let's start the conversations around things that are happening.
Comment. What do you think about public university bill?
And even what do you think about the video? What do you think about what we did? Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.